What's up, everybody? We are Past the Pop Culture. My name is Ricky with my co-host here, Mrphen.
Yo.
And today we're going to be talking about a couple different topics. Well, hopefully we'll get to all of them. But the first thing we want to talk about was Divine Knockout, right? That's what's the full DKO. We want to talk about that really quick because we were able to play it. We played it on stream. Again, check out our Twitch, twitch.tv/pastthepopculture. We were playing that, and we'll probably play it again, too, because we had a lot of fun, which basically our first impression was it was pretty much fun. Let me think. So, in terms of art style, not really a fan of the art style. It was kind of weird.
I don't like chibi.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the chibi art style in general, but I mean, it's not graphically, it's not bad. The art style, I'm just not a fan of. Run's pretty decent. Nothing to really complain about. There was a lag here and there, like it was kind of weird.
It did break my computer when I first turned it on, though.
A little bit of latency, like, and like it did feel like sometimes the fights were a little like delayed. If that makes sense, but I think it's just because you have like 6 people's internet connections going on, and then
trying to 6 people's internet, but it still ran pretty darn good for
it wasn't bad. It's not much to complain about. But I mean, overall, I think it was just a good experience. It was pretty fun. I was already kind of like going in like, I don't know if I want to play this. And then, but you were saying like, it makes you kind of want to play Smite though, and so which is. I'm not sure
it's
if
smart.
That's their intention or not. But, I mean, so when we were playing, there was almost about 10,000 people. I think it peaked at 10,000. So it's kind of a smaller player base right now. And I don't know. Hopefully it kind of grows because we kind of like it. We were stomping some fools. And then at the end there, we only lost once. But that's because I said we were already kind of like, all right, let's settle down here. Let's call it quits. If I wanted one more, and that's how it usually goes. We clutched up on that last one. Second one, we almost clutched, but Ryan just didn't go on the ground. So
he was floating.
Yeah, he was floating, so he didn't get the points for us, unfortunately. So we end up losing literally by like 5 points, like in the knockout arena. So since we're talking about the knockout arena, I guess we should talk about game modes. So there's a few of them. There's like oddball. If you played like Halo or like any FPS or anything. Really, like multiplayer, it's the same game modes, right? There's oddball, which you just hold on to a crown, you try not to get hit or take damage. There's coin collection, like a coin.
I think it's called coin blitz.
Yeah, and then so you pick up coins and you have to deposit them. So it's mainly just like trying to beat the timer, trying to beat the other team by putting them out of coins. Make sure like someone's defending, keeping them from putting coins in. The other ones are like, team deathmatch, which is knockout.
King of
the Hill. And that one, again, is another keep away. Just try to get the points while you're knocking everyone out. And then I think I'm missing another one somewhere in there.
Oddball, coin blitz. No, I think that's all of them.
There's like 3 or 4. The maps, in terms of maps, I kind of like them. There is one, though, that's a little annoying. It's kind of like platformy where you have to it like floats around, and so like you can get knocked out pretty easily.
That one
and
stupid.
So that one is a little annoying, but everything else I think is fairly balanced. I'm not sure like how the random like in King of the Hill, like how the random rings get chosen or how like where the oddball gets placed, because I felt like definitely it is a little more skewed towards the enemy team when you're winning. So it's not like right in the middle, but I felt like it was kind of skewed a little bit, like to kind of help the losing team.
Yeah, there is one map where it literally spawned on the enemy team. And
and we could have won, and then it spawned on him, and then we were like, oh, okay. So I don't know how the spawns work, but it was a little. Some of the characters kind of more overpowered than others, like Thor, basically, like Thor.
AoE stun.
AoE stun. Yeah. Hercules is pretty powerful.
Immunity.
Yeah, I mean, they all have their advantages and stuff, but definitely like Thor, King Arthur, and Hercules is like kind of like you need at least one of them on your team or you're not really going to win. It depends the game mode, too, that there's certain advantages. Hercules is very good at like King of the Hill because you just throw that and then it's keep away. Same thing for Oddball. You throw that at whoever is carrying the ball, and it's a crown, but you know what I mean. And then it's you snipe them, and there's some pretty good snipers that we went up against with who were playing Hercules, where they got me across the map, and I was like, "Are you serious? How'd you even?" And so, yeah, but for the most part, everything's fairly balanced. It's pretty fun. It's the best way to describe it's kind of like is very Smash-esque in terms of its platforming style, even though it is a third person.
3D Smash.
But yeah, it's 3D Smash in that kind of sense. Very simple. Left click, right click, WASD to move around, and then you press like, was it like Q, R, F?
Well, I play it on controller, so.
Oh, so you play, I think it's like you press like Q, R, and F. They all have different abilities. Q is like your movement attack, so it allows you to go farther, and then shift is like basically to dash. So those are your moves. The other two are like
ults, like you have an ult.
You got an ult, and then you have just a,
I guess, damage ability, I guess.
Yeah, either it's like a single or like an AoE, or it just depends. You get usually a little move. But overall, I would say it's a pretty good game. I hope the player base kind of grows. It's kind of hard to say because we played for 2 hours and the time flew, and from there, I think it's pretty solid. I think especially because it was free. We got it for free. So I know you can pay for the founders pack and stuff like that, which I don't really feel like it's worth it 100% just yet. Especially since the player base is kind of low, and I don't know. Like the thing is, the problem with these kind of games is that if we play them and we do good, the game dies. So
sorry, we just killed.
Yeah,
Divine knockout.
Yeah, so that's kind of our fault. Sorry about that. And I think that's kind of it for DKO. I kind of wanted to do a quick rundown on that just so that we can get it out of the way because there's a lot of other interesting things. The Game Awards specifically was very interesting. Bill Clinton, I guess, reformed rabbi, and then that kid's just like going on like a tour, and he's like streaming and doing stuff. And he went to prison though for a little bit, I guess, or he got arrested. I'm not sure if he went to prison. I think they took him to the county.
So I saw on TikTok that he did an interview, and he did go to he got arrested. I think for like overnight possibly, and then because he had to go to school the next day. Oh, so they released him.
I was thinking I wouldn't really arrest the kid, it was a dumb thing, but he got a lot of clout from it, so good for him. In terms of the Game Awards, though, I really didn't care for it. I didn't really tune in, and I'm really sad because I usually been watching them, but the one I don't watch, I could have seen something happen live, right? So that was pretty lame in my books that had to happen when I was just ready to be nah, this show's lame. It's always pay
good.
To win.
You did miss out a lot. So.
But oh great, yeah. So the phone went off. Nice. I shouldn't have put it on there, right? I was like, well, who's gonna text right now? Yeah. But it's all right. So we'll just edit that part out. So with the Game Awards, I think that there's mainly kind of like a beef though that kind of started between God of War and Elden Ring.
Them and then Genshin Impact and Sonic, because there was a lot of drama with both.
There was the Game Awards really started this huge beef against player bases, and it was pretty interesting just to see people going, no. Why did that one win?
A lot of people were mad.
People were pretty passionate, which is always cool to see players passionate about things, just when things get a little out of hand like it did. I don't know, but
in terms of Sonic, they bought it, and then they're doing a lot of underage jokes about Genshin Impact and stuff. And
granted, it's Genshin. So, but anyways, so we're not gonna go down that rabbit hole. Games that they showed off, I didn't care for 90% of them. I'm gonna be honest, I don't even remember any of them.
Really?
They did
trailers,
Death Stranding 2, right? They showed off Death Stranding 2. I
They
didn't play
showed
the
off,
first one.
Star Wars.
Star Wars, Horizon Zero Dawn's whatever thing they're
DLC, I think.
Yeah, DLC or the millionth game they're gonna come out with. They showed off a lot.
Armored Core, from Software.
Oh yeah, that one seemed kind of interesting.
That's a classic. I don't know if anybody's
I
ever
haven't played that, but I guess they're kind of doing a whole rework of everything, and so we're gonna.
Okay with that.
I don't know. I haven't even heard of the games before this, so I'm uncultured. So, in terms of Game Award, I don't.
Yeah,
I don't really care.
God of War pretty much won everything, and Elden Ring won what God of War did.
Best mobile game, Marvel Snap. Things a sham. Anyways, so what are the other things we can go over? Because the Game Awards thing, I think I don't know. I think
if
it's
you missed it, you missed it. To be honest,
it's not. It's not something you should care about. Yeah. But anyways, you guys should get good because Sony's gonna be coming up with and bringing out for the PS5. They're gonna start doing
coaching.
Not tutorials, but it's a coaching thing where it can be hey kid, you're so bad at the game. Maybe you should not jump out in the bullets and you'll survive.
So here's a picture
if you go to Game Rant, they have their thing.
It's crazy. Like, I don't know. They should not handhold.
Yeah, just look up the article, Sony self-coaching below average players patent. And so there's a whole thing on it that they're going to try to help you.
Somebody's just saying that we're stupid and we need help.
I don't know. I don't really think this is really going to help. I mean, not to sound elitist here, but I'm just like, you're either good or you're not. Like,
there's no wrong in that. Like, come on, I don't.
It's like just play the game and like, yeah, you know, like I understand my skill. I'm not gonna be like Pistola or, you know, I'm not gonna be over here going crazy.
Yeah, we're not top elites, but we can still
like
play.
Yeah, it's like, you know, I'm just happy my KD's above 1, you know, so that's really all I can say about it for myself. But I mean, I guess if you really wanted to get good. But I don't really see all this benefits the player base at all. It's just kind of there. I don't really care for it. It's just a thing that they're doing. It's probably going to die out.
Yep.
Very quickly. It's just people are going to see it and like, oh, this is kind of cool. And then we don't hear about it for the next 6 months. So
just don't do this. Like, there's no point to it at all.
Yeah, it is what it is.
People are just babies.
Well, since we're on the topic of the games right here, we got Mr. Beast doing like $1 million prize.
Yeah, I just want to like touch on this a little bit because he has a skin coming out in Fortnite, and then he has like a map mode. I don't know how Fortnite works. Sorry, but whoever has the highest score after a certain day, that player gets $1 million.
Yeah, so that's if you guys are interested in that, just look up that.
If you want an easy $1 million, if you're playing Fortnite, 24 hours a day.
But and that's something to like I wanted to mention because it's like, well, with the self-coaching thing, like, can you use the self-coaching thing while Mr. Beast has that thing going on? Is that technically cheating? You know what I mean? Like, so it gets kind of
but I think at that point you're not gonna win.
Yeah, that's true.
Because you're going against, people who know how to play.
That's true. But even people who know how to play, what if they enable it or something? Because I don't know, like, what everything they're going to add in.
I see what you mean.
It can get a little kind of iffy there. We do get to see the new Spider-Man, right? So they did Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. We got the trailer June 2nd coming out next year, right? So I don't know how to feel. I mean, I'm not excited per se, but I'm not like disappointed. I'm not going to watch it. It's just... It's like
I don't know what's gonna happen.
The first movie was really good. The soundtrack was really good. So it was a good movie all around. But I don't know. Like I said, I'm kind of like tired of the superhero genre a little bit. So I think that's maybe why I'm like not like, oh my gosh.
But it's
because I was like, after the first one, I was really excited like to get the second one. Especially when they were announcing that we found out that Spider-Man 2099 is going to be in it, basically, so that he's going to be a huge component of it. So
but now there's like 50 million of them.
Yeah, so it is going to definitely be complicated. Something else, I never watched Westworld.
Yeah,
and then, so it's going to be deleted from HBO. But I didn't know HBO and Discovery, they're getting fused together, so they're just called Max now.
Yeah, so they're getting rid of a lot of stuff, and it's scary because I haven't finished Westworld. And now it's going to be deleted because they canceled
they canceled it. Yeah, and they're saying that they're still paying them for season 5 even though they canceled it, which is weird. I don't know what's going on there.
If you haven't watched Westworld, watch it before it's deleted because that's what I'm going to do. And because it's a really good show, and I'm actually sad that it got canceled.
Yeah, I heard it's really good.
But it's like going to be completely gone off the app.
Yes. So, and it's just going to be... sad time for anybody who's a fan, I guess, since they already got disappointed with the 5th season not being being filmed at all.
Now it's gone.
And then
this show won awards. I don't understand.
It's just, if it's good, it gets axed. That's how it works with streaming service. But speaking of streaming service, we do have the My Hero movie.
Good old Netflix.
Yeah, so Netflix is, if you guys are interested, for any of the weebs out there, My Hero, the latest movie, I don't know what it's called. I haven't seen it, and I didn't really care for it, to be honest. Sorry. But the My Hero
live
movie, live movie, it's gonna be on Netflix. So woohoo for anybody there.
It's gonna suck, but the person who did it also did Obi-Wan Kenobi, but it's Netflix and live action anime movies just don't mix very well. So so maybe I worded it. I think I kind of worded it bad. So it's not the last movie that they're doing, but like this will be like the live action movie, and so it's an adaptation. So it's not going to be like, what was it, the first one,
the first movie or the second movie that they did that are non-canon. This is a live action adaptation of My Hero. So they're going to do a movie for this.
Yeah, because it doesn't say it's pretty much just like, we're gonna make it, but nobody knows what's
going
be
on. Who was this?
And like,
who are these characters? Yeah,
God,
people at Netflix terrible. And be like, why are these guys' name in Japanese? This doesn't make sense.
Midoriya.
Yeah.
Why is this guy just saying America?
His name's Dave now. That's it. Like, they really butchered the stuff there
Where's
at Netflix.
Texas?
So, yeah, it's like it'll probably take place, in like L.A. or New York or something. I hope they just actually do it justice for once. But
yeah, right.
I don't know. So yeah, if you're excited about My Hero getting a live action, which it's kind of a weird thing, but it is what it is. If you like the movies, I haven't liked the first movie they did for My Hero, the animated one, right? It was good. It was okay, I guess. But the second one, I don't even think second or third one, whatever they have. I don't know. I've been keeping up with my anime.
I don't even know if I've seen it actually.
I don't know.
Anime sucks.
Oh, well,
oops.
So.
I say there goes everyone. Anime now.
Well, just end it now at this point, man. Yeah. So I'm not sure if there's anything else. We kind of did like a quick little rundown. I felt like I was worried. For no
specific reason.
Yes, for no specific reason that I just need a. No, I shouldn't even make that joke because then. All right, so. Okay. No, we're just gonna work out after. That's it. We want to get a good workout in. So, yeah, I don't need to blow up the toilet. But I thought because we'll be going through all of these, and I was like, oh well, this is gonna take a long time, so I wanted to talk quickly and try to get to it. But that's pretty much all the topics.
This is world record.
Yeah, world record. Because the last few episodes, I feel like I was taking a long time and I was talking slow. And like, oh, well, the podcast episode is like 45 minutes. So I'm like, well, it's
this is literally less than 20.
Yeah, so I guess we can kind of go in a little bit more in depth because we kind of skipped over things a lot. So give me a few minutes to kind of put more, sauce on there. So the self-coaching thing, I think is kind of dumb.
Yes,
like I said, I don't know. I just feel like someone somewhere is going to find a way to exploit it, use it to cheat. I don't know. And then,
that's a bit
I don't know. It's just, it always happens where it's like they introduce this kind of like new technology and then it just goes haywire and then they just spent like millions of dollars for no reason.
They don't even need to make this though. And I don't like that they are. Like, why do we have to handhold people?
And that's the thing too, like with Elden Ring or like Dark Souls, right? They're like, well, you're going to give gaming tips. Well, it's like, figure it out. Yeah. And it's like, well, are we going to start requiring, it doesn't seem like we're going to start requiring game companies to like upload content or anything like that to help players. But it's just, I don't really understand it too much, but I guess it's going to figure out through watching like a video recording of your gameplay, which then of course is going to be, well, they're going to be recording gameplay,
which is weird.
Permission.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, now we know they're recording us. Like, not to be like a, tin foil hat kind of dude. It's watching. Like, well, all I'm saying is you gamers better be careful what you're saying in them,
hey,
chats.
Man, if that bans, the obvious racists and, idiots out there,
that would be pretty funny if they turned around and were like, we just banned the whole player
I would
base.
actually, you know what? Kudos to Sony for
There's
that.
10 people left. There's only like 10 people left, and
I can only report people so much. All right, guys.
Some of you guys are out of pocket with the with some of the Call of Duty stuff, but
I actually never mind. I probably shouldn't talk about that. Never mind.
But yeah, so man, that self-coaching thing, I don't know. I don't really see it turn out to be a good thing.
They can't imagine playing any of the Dark Souls games with self-coaching. The game's trash.
I mean, because the whole point of a lot of the game philosophies of this, and they even bring it up in the article, is just that basically you have to fail. You have to fail to learn, right? You got to get your butt kicked, right? The very rare occasion you'll ever walk into a Dark Souls boss completely blind and just like win, unless you're just the Giga Chads over there, like on Twitch, that are just like
they play it for like 50 hours a day. Yeah, but those don't count.
Dude, those hitless runs.
Dude, so there's a girl that's literally right now playing Elden Ring, beating the bosses on like two different game, whatever. One's on a dance pad, and the other one's a controller, I think.
I've seen the guy playing with the flute or the recorder on Call of Duty, and that's pretty funny.
He was invited to the event. You just see the guy in the back with the flute just like shooting somebody. That's tilting. I would be very tilted.
Oh yeah, I hope I never die by his hands.
I don't know. It's just we're raising a bunch of babies.
So like that's the thing too. It's like something I've been thinking about a lot is how we got to go back to like the roots of games. I feel like where less handholdy, and like you can still give tutorial, but I'm like, we're getting to a point now with games where it's like, oh, what do you mean I was supposed to know to walk forward and dash and jump at the same time? So I jump and then I do a dash. What do you mean you didn't say it? So this game's bad.
Yep.
So yeah, it's like we're at that point with games, and there's and I think there's a point where we have to go, okay, there's games for the elitists, right? There's definitely games for the elitists, or there's a subsection of a game that is for elitists, right?
Yeah.
That's fine. Let them occupy that. But I think what's better is that we just build environments for more casual players, because sometimes I just want to go in there casually, like with Call of Duty, right? The skill-based matchmaking, right? It's supposed to help lower skill players, but then, well, people just still use VPNs. People just
they get absolutely
trashed. Or they purposely lower their KDs, and then so they can go into these like low skill lobbies, and then they just rack up the kills, and then they post it on YouTube, and they're like, look, you see how good I am? So
maybe that's what we should do.
Yeah, I've been tempted, and there's been like a huge resurgence of people going, well, we want more casual games, and we don't want to feel like it's a competition all the time. And yeah, it's not good to always split up a player base, right? But I think it's better like just Call of Duty just adds ranked, right? These other games, right? Don't buy Elden Ring if you don't want to get your butt kicked.
That's true.
You don't have to give them the $60 or $70.
But see, it's like they want to play it because everyone else is playing it. So they're like, well, I got to play it. And then they're going to play it and they suck at it. And they're like, no, this game's too hard. So I'm going to give it like a 2, review of 2. And then they complain about it online and say it's a trash game.
It's like some games are designed to kick your butt. And they're designed not to be fun. Where, they're not. No, some games are not designed to be fun. Like in the aspect of just going, oh yeah, okay, let's just play a game. No, they're test of skills. Some games are just a testimony of skill, right?
Okay.
Like if you look back at a lot of the old NES games, they made them difficult mainly because the games were short.
Lion King.
So they had to, Lion King. And then, bro, Castlevania is pretty tough. The third one. That's pretty tough, man. But like, well, the point being is that these games were difficult and hard before because it was a limitation and it was a carryover from the old game design philosophy of trying to steal as many of your quarters as possible. Now we get the decision,
okay.
So we can choose how to make these games, and you don't have to play. Like, no one's gonna force you to play these old games because they're tough as nails, but for the people that do choose, and for the people that do like it, they play like Ninja Gaiden, right? And then you're just over there, and they're just saucing on the game, making it look easy, right? And it's like, that's impressive. They do world records. They do
speed runs and all that.
Speed runs. They all game together. I forgot what like that. What's that one YouTube channel where they do speed runs?
Oh, Games Done Quick.
Games Done Quick, yeah. So it's like there is a player base for that. People enjoy that. Let them keep that. But the thing is, it's like that's a skill. And I think we have to like sit here and really be like, okay, is this an acquired skill or is this to have fun? And
could be both.
It could be both, right? Super Mario Brothers is a good example of that. It's easy enough for a child to pick up, but it can be kind of difficult when it gets into speedrunning. So the problem with this kind of stuff is that, of course, it kind of steps on the toes of what the developers intended and want the player base to do. Or for the player base themselves, they can't. It's harder to dictate what they want to do. Because while I don't think it's going to be as egregious as maybe we're making it out to seem, it does start. It shifts the community's like perceptions on stuff.
Yeah.
And while I think that it's not like a crazy thing to have this in, I think it'll fundamentally be useless. But I think overall, though, it's just like we shouldn't be.
Yeah, I mean, because it also, if every game has to have like requirement to have it, then there's going to be no hard games, and then there's going to be no point to playing games because I get my hand held throughout the whole thing. So what's the point?
Because like it's like lower skill players. Like what are they? Like the younger brothers that would normally.
Nobody cares about them.
like because like I remember like it would be like you would hand it off to like your older cousin or older brother, somebody older to beat like a level for you. That's how it was done back in the day. Right?
Yeah,
but now it's like, well,
it's a process. Like you should suck at it or whatever. You suck at the game. You just keep playing it until you get good, and then you feel good about yourself. But no, No? Anybody?
I don't know. It is kind of just a weird thing. And then especially, I think like the Game Awards, I really don't care for the awards now because it's just like, I feel like it's such like, not a sham. I don't want to call it a sham, but it's like, it's a disappointment. I feel like a lot of this stuff because it's the biggest AAA titles that get to be able to throw the most amount of money around. And then I just feel like they pat themselves on the back for selling half-baked games, you know, for $70 a lot of the time.
But see, those games never win.
That's true, but like, what did they nominate? Well, I mean, they nominated Genshin, but I mean, we're not gonna talk about Genshin.
Yeah. Leave Genshin alone.
Yeah,
we don't want to get canceled.
But they nominate games that I feel like. I mean, remember, like they wanted to nominate like Marvel's Avengers like a while back. Remember when that came out?
That's true.
And it's just like they have like these lower tier games that like. Really, or like even for movies, right? They did like, what was it?
Oh yeah,
Love and Thunder.
Yeah, Disney's trying to nominate Thor: Love and Thunder for best visual effects.
Yeah,
and
it's
best
like,
picture.
come on, guys, let's be honest here.
Shut up, Disney.
These games don't really deserve like. It's just I don't know. I just feel like we kind of sit here and it's just like, well, cool. And it's like most of these games are half baked. I feel like,
and it's usually the game that wins like Game of the Year. It's like, well, yeah, obviously, it's a good game and it's finished, and it works.
Hey man, I still remember when Elden Ring not Elden Ring, Dark Souls, when they were like, oh yeah, we have an exploit where you can get hacked, and so I remember that, and they had the servers down for the longest time. No, I'm pretty sure they fixed it a while back. Oh man, I don't know, but it's just kind of weird. I feel like at this point where it's just like I kind of look at the games and it's just like, I don't care. It's like most of these games aren't like, not that they aren't good, but I feel like a lot of it is just patting everyone on the back.
Well, I mean, like, well, I'm not going to try to justify it, but they do have a category for, like, indie games.
Yeah, and then Stray won that, I think, right? Which I haven't played it, but
everyone
it looks
loves
like
it,
there's a dedicated meow button, so that's a 10 out of 10 no matter what. So,
yeah, I mean, you're not wrong.
Yeah, it is what it is, man. You can meow as a cat. You go around. It's like this cyberpunk world. It is one that I want to get around to playing eventually. But I have too many games that need to get done.
Really, I was thinking about this actually yesterday because I canceled WoW because I don't want to pay for it anymore. But I was like, I don't have any games to finish.
Oh, dude, I have so many. I literally have a list on my phone. I can probably pull it up even.
Oh,
like it's just. Let me see.
You have a list and I don't. What the heck?
Yeah, let me see if I can find it.
I don't think I'm a gamer anymore. What's going on?
You
actually have a list though?
I have a list of games that I need to beat, and I can't find it right now. Oh, games I need to beat, like right there, bold. And I'm just being dumb when I missed it. So, I have it in alphabetical order, and these are just some of the games that I want to beat. And I haven't updated this list, but these are some of the games that I want to beat first. So there's Biomutant, Chrono Trigger, Cyberpunk, Darkest Dungeon, Disgaea 1 and 5, Divinity Original Sin 1 and 2, Earthbound, Final Fantasy VII Remake, Hollow Knight, Nier. I don't know if it's Nier Automata, whatever you guys. Yeah, Automata Pia, Octopath Traveler, the Pokemon games, pretty much the last like 3, right? And then Sekiro, Tales of Vesperia, Wargroove, and then Undertale, and the other ones. Did I already say Hollow Knight? Yeah, I did. Yeah. So those are. So right now I'm trying to beat Nier. Then I'm gonna go to Hollow Knight. Then do Octopath Traveler.
You haven't? I thought you played Sekiro.
I played Sekiro, but I never finished it all the way through. So I need to start from the beginning because I'm not gonna just pick that up and keep going.
Yeah, that's a hard game.
So it's like, all right.
Hollow Knight, that's a good game.
So, and I was like maybe 20 hours into Hollow Knight, but I don't really know where I'm at or what I'm doing right now.
Just start over.
So I'd rather start over because then like to build up that skill. So like there's a lot of games like and those are only some like those are the ones that are priority. So because I have the tendency to like buy a game
and just not play it,
and then just not play it. Like I'll play it a little bit. I'm like, yeah, the serotonin, the dopamine hit, and then I'm just like, okay,
why did I spend money on this?
Yeah, and then I'm like, oh, go back to editing. It's like, oh. So, but yeah, I might do like a week where, hopefully like next week where I just like allow myself to relax.
You probably should.
I don't know what the last game that I was fully played. Well, because I usually play the grand strategy games, right? So
I think the last game you literally beat was Dragon Quest, right?
Yeah, Dragon Quest is the last one. I beat that a few months ago, and that took me months. Persona was years ago, dude.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Persona 5? I beat that a while.
Oh yeah, we're still at the gym. Oh.
Yeah, so yeah, that's right. Because I was talking about it like back in 2020.
That's right. Oh my god.
So I don't, because I usually play the grand strategy games, because when I play games, I play it for like an hour and that's it. And then like with story games, I get stressed out because I'm like, oh no, I want to finish this and then I can play the next game and that. But with my grand strategy games, like, I don't want to play anymore, and I just turn it off after 20 minutes.
Very interesting.
It's like,
okay.
I don't know. It's probably like some mental illness. I don't know. But
I'm not gonna say nothing.
Yeah. So I need to finish games. I'm hoping next year we get to finish. I get to finish more games that I need to beat. I beat Castlevania and stuff, like those old like NES games. I beat a few of them. So I guess that counts. I beat the first Castlevania. Didn't really like the second one that much, I'm gonna be honest, because I didn't really feel like going and trying to figure out all the stupid little like. You can't even call them hints or tips. It's just like, or riddles. It's just like, yes, this thing. And it's like, you got to figure out that you got to go into this one corner of the map and like squat down for 3 seconds and this tornado will take you away. That's literally what you do. But
see, imagine if you had self-coaching.
Yeah, self-coaching for my little NES games. Yeah.
Yeah, bam.
I actually would like it if it would be funny if they put it out and it's like, just get good, kid. Like, what are you doing? Like,
I would love that.
I would like a mode in there where it just starts talking trash to you. I would like that.
Yeah, but then people are gonna complain.
Yeah,
and,
dude.
You know how that cycle's gonna go.
People complain about everything. I complain about everything. Look, this whole time I just been complaining. So that's it.
Yeah, actually.
So people love to complain. I like to complain. This has been my rant. Ben, any rant for you today?
Actually, no. It's the first episode where I don't have to yell about something.
So I was yelling about everything. Yeah, you see, now we got the 30 minutes. You see?
We just have to get you mad.
Yeah. So I wanted to run down through everything because I was like, oh, we're not going to have enough time.
See, you'd added, 20 minutes?
Because, I ranted about everything today. So.
Do you feel better?
Yes, I feel better. Metaphorically. Still feel terrible for my stomach. But. Oh man, I think that's pretty much it.
Are we watching Avatar?
Yeah, we'll probably watch it.
God. All right,
can we stream that? Like
at home?
At home. No.
You have to go to theaters for 3 hours and whatever minutes.
I'm gonna have to sit in a theater with all those people for 3 hours.
You're gonna go to the bathroom a lot.
No, I mean, it's not even that. It's just that, it's just all the people in there and just, the kids screaming and...
3 hours is actually kind of a long time. When was the last time there was a 3 hour movie?
The closest thing was, the Batman movie, and that was, 2.5.
But that was a good movie.
Because that was almost 3. Actually, that was
2 hours and... Yeah, it was 2:45. So it's only 10 more minutes. 20 minutes. But if it sucks... Wait,
that's not how you math.
Yeah, but if it sucks, that's going to be a long...
But that's what I'm saying. It's going to be a long 3 hours of having to sit through a bad movie.
I mean, look, early reviews are saying it's a good movie, so...
They say anything's a good movie, early reviews sometimes. It's just not...
We have to see it, though.
We'll see it, just for you guys.
This is, what is it? Because you know how big it was back then, so it has to be big now, right?
Yeah, they're saying it's the movie of a generation.
It's not.
Whatever their stupid tagline is.
It's not going to make $1 billion, is all I'm saying.
It's not going to make enough money. I hope it crashes and burns. No, okay, no. I don't want to waste my time, so I take that back. I don't want it to crash and burn. I want the movie to be good, and then no one goes and watches it.
Right now, you're making James Cameron right. Because you have testosterone, and it's making you very toxic, okay?
Maybe that's what it is. But I don't know, man. It's just it's been 10 years. The movie came out 10 years ago. I was a kid. I was a little kid when I watched that movie.
I literally don't remember anything. I was
in grade school or something, dude. It was sick as a kid because that was when all the 3D. You remember the 3D TVs? Mm-hmm. Anybody remember 3D TVs? That's when that was big, and they were pushing that hard for this movie.
That was a scam.
They had the hugest the
3D glasses.
Yeah.
Oh man.
3D TV was the it thing. They pushed it for this movie, and because it looked sick at the time, it looked sick. But now looking back on it, it's this thing was
Well, see now they're now they're saying it looks really, really good, better than what's been made now, and people are saying it's better than Marvel's visual effects.
Oh, he took a dump on that. Yeah. You know, he did a tweet where he was like, "Oh, the VFX is way better than whatever Thanos could do."
It's
or
probably,
something
yeah.
like that. And then Disney was like, "Hey, go check out James Cameron's Avatar."
Yes. Yeah. That's why it's like I kind of want to see it.
Yeah, I mean, look, I like James Cameron is just going out, just flopping it on the desk and going, you know what? You guys are gonna sit through this 3-hour movie and you're gonna like it.
Yep.
I appreciate that he has that much like cojones to like sit
well,
there.
See that, and
like,
I've never heard a director say that. Yeah, if you gotta go pee, go pee.
And he's like, just
come back and watch it again. I was like, I see what you're doing.
Like, it's fine. Like, I give him kudos for that because I think that's pretty funny. That
I don't think he just doesn't care anymore.
Yeah, I think he's a man with nothing to lose on this one. He's already burned like $2 billion, $1 billion?
Yeah, he has to make $1 billion in order to make a profit.
So it is what it is on this one. But yikes, we're gonna see.
It's okay, we have 5 of them, so there's that.
Yeah, don't remind me that we're gonna sit through 5 Avatar movies.
Well, maybe 5. He's not sure how good this one is.
He's not sure.
Yep.
And he made it 3 hours.
Yep.
All right. Well, we'll end it there.
Wrap it up, Ricky.
Wrap it up. No more ranting. Time to work out. Time to lift some weights. Time to blow up the toilet. And time to drink some water because I'm getting thirsty from ranting. But if you guys appreciated today's episode, we very much appreciate it if you leave a like and subscribe if you're listening to on YouTube. If you are on whatever your preferred podcast listening platform is, leave a thumbs up, heart it, 5-star it, however it works on there. We very much appreciate it. Anything always helps. And, share. If you guys agree with us, if you guys disagree with us, leave a comment. What do you guys think? Am I
yell
wrong?
at Ricky.
Yeah, be like, no, that'll hurt my feelings. So don't do that. Now that I said that, there's gonna be some kid that goes, no, your hat's stupid.
Well,
Senpai, you mean lame pie? Yeah. So, anyways, follow us on Twitch. As always, we stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 2:00 Pacific Standard Time. We have a lot of fun. We've been playing a lot of 7 Days to Die lately, it seems like, and then we'll probably play some more Divine Knockout if you guys are interested in seeing some gameplay. We might have a video going up about that Friday.
Yep.
Okay, yes. So by the time if you listen to this at the current time that it does get released and not far into the future, you'll be able to see it Friday.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. Yep.
So yeah. So if not, you guys can go check the Red Channel for it. But what was the other thing I can forget? I think I ran through everything pretty good.
Just end.
All right, guys. This has been Past the Pop Culture. We are out.
Bye.
Thanks for listening.
Bye.